Okay, so beginning our day, and today I will be leaving along with Ajahn Chunda, Nan and Jan. So they, and then yesterday, Chittapalo, and well, actually this morning, they're still there. They left here yesterday. Chittapalo, Anagarka, Max, and there's been comings and goings, and that especially in even in the Buddha's time, at the end of the rains retreat, it was a time of movement, of change, and that there's our life has a certain rhythm, and there's periods of being in the community being very stable, and then there's periods of change, and whether it's just people going for short visits and coming back, or longer visits, being away, or whatever, there is a sense of coming and going, and that that's a part of nature in that sense, just in the same way of arising and ceasing, and that's the when one of the most frequent descriptions that the Buddha gives of wisdom is the knowledge of arising and ceasing, coming into being and passing away, and that within that knowledge of arising and ceasing, of coming into being and passing away, is a sense of clarity and quality of knowing. This is the way things are. Because that's where we start to really need to pay attention to what am I adding right now to it, and what do I habitually add, because we can be excited about change, we can be excited about people coming, people going, ourselves coming somewhere, going somewhere, getting excited about it, but that's a kind of a desire mode, or we could kind of be irritated by it, or we can be fearful and suspicious of it, have anxiety around it, and that's what we add, and of course that's where the suffering is. The suffering is not in the actual change itself. The suffering is not in the cycles of nature. It's in what we add to it. What do we proliferate this mind with, and that's, say, the wisdom that the Buddha is pointing to is not just sort of blindly knowing, this is arising, this is ceasing, but understanding the nature of change without getting swept up in the commentary, in the resistance, in the excitement, in the proliferation itself. So that's learning how to, and of course just clamping down and not having any reaction is not wisdom either. I mean, that's resistance as well. So how do we hold reality? How do we hold nature? How do we hold change? without being shaken, without being moved by it all, and losing our center, losing our balance. And so that's the nature of wisdom, and it takes a lot of contemplation, takes a lot of practice, and takes a tremendous amount of patience. That's, we want things to be a certain way all the time, or when we wish things weren't a certain way. But just being patient, and again, patience is not just blindly accepting things, but being steady, being mindful and clear within the experience as it is. And so that's one of the the progression of insight that the Buddha lays out of how the mind develops toward release and liberation. It's knowledge and vision of the way things truly are. Yatha Bhuta Jnana Dasanam. Just knowing clearly, seeing clearly, and it's not far away. It's not distant. It's not hyper philosophical. Just being willing to pay attention and adjust accordingly. So I'll offer that for reflections.